Listen closely. Beneath the frantic rhythm of this year, 2026, beneath the notifications, the headlines, the endless scroll of other people's lives and opinions, there is a silent, liberating truth waiting for you. It is a truth that can end your anxiety about what others think. It can dissolve your need for external validation. It can transform your frustration with the world into unwavering power within yourself. The truth is this: nobody cares. Let that settle. Not in a cynical way. Not as a cause for loneliness. But as a matter of fact. The audience you imagine is watching your every move, judging your success, your failures, your silence, is a phantom. They are not there. They are in their own theater, starring in their own drama, haunted by their own imaginary audience. This is your first taste of Stoic clarity. And it is the gateway to a focus so deep, it will redefine your 2026. For the next while, we are going to step away from that noisy world. We are going to travel inward, to a place the Stoics called the inner citadel. And our guide will be a Roman emperor who ruled the known world, yet whose private writings reveal a man constantly wrestling with the same distractions, the same ego, the same search for peace that you and I face today. Marcus Aurelius. His book, Meditations, was never meant for us. It was his personal drill, his daily gym for the soul. He wrote to remind himself. And in those reminders, we find a manual for our own liberation. So, let us begin at the beginning. With perception. Marcus opens his meditations not by listing his imperial power, but by carefully noting the virtues he learned from others: patience from one, humility from another, generosity from a third. He was, first, a student. He understood that the world is a mirror, and we choose what to see in it. He writes, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Think about that. Your mind is not a passive receiver of the world's chaos. It is an artist. And every judgment you make, every opinion you accept, every story you tell yourself about an event, that is the brushstroke. You are painting your own reality, moment by moment. The person who cuts you off in traffic is not making you angry. You are choosing to apply the color of anger to that event. You could, with practice, choose the color of indifference. Or even pity. They must be in a tremendous hurry, or burdened. This is not pretending. This is the conscious, disciplined art of perception. It is your first and greatest power. Because in 2026, you are bombarded with things designed to dye your soul for you. The outrage of the news cycle, the envy of social media, the fear in marketing. They all want to pick your colors. Stoicism says, take back the brush. This leads us to the unshakable foundation of all Stoic practice, the dichotomy of control. The philosopher Epictetus, born a slave, laid it out with stunning simplicity. He said, "Some things are within our power, while others are not. Within our power are opinion, pursuit, desire, aversion, and, in a word, whatever are our own actions. Not within our power are body, property, reputation, command, and, in one word, whatever are not our own actions." Everything in your life, every single source of stress, anxiety, hope, or despair, falls into one of these two buckets. The bucket of what you control, and the bucket of what you do not. Your own actions. Your own judgments. Your own efforts. Your own character. This is your bucket. This is your kingdom. The weather. The past. The economy. Other people's thoughts, feelings, and opinions about you. Traffic. Delays. The outcome of your hard work. This is not your bucket. This belongs to the world. Yet, where do we spend 90% of our mental energy? On the bucket that is not ours. We rage against the weather. We are paralyzed by what might be said about us. We are devastated when an outcome we worked for doesn't materialize. We are trying to command the sea. Marcus Aurelius whispered to himself each morning, "Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, all of them due to the offender's ignorance of what is good or evil." He didn't write this to complain. He wrote it to vaccinate himself. He knew he would encounter these things. They were in the "not my bucket" category. His duty was not to stop them from existing, but to meet them with his own virtue, with patience, justice, and kindness. To keep his own bucket clean. When you truly internalize this dichotomy, a miraculous shift occurs. The noise of the world begins to fade. Why? Because most of the noise is about things outside your control. The political drama, the celebrity scandal, the latest trend you must follow, the opinion of a distant acquaintance. It is all dust. Let it settle. Your energy, now conserved, becomes immense. You redirect it all into your bucket, into your actions, into your work, into the quality of your thoughts right now. This is how you build focus in 2026. Not by fighting the distractions, but by realizing most distractions are irrelevant to your kingdom. They are not your business. Now, with this clear focus, we come to the most beautiful and challenging Stoic concept, amor fati, the love of fate. This is not grim tolerance. It is not saying, well, I guess I have to deal with this. It is an active, enthusiastic embrace. It is looking at every single thing that happens, the promotion and the layoff, the praise and the criticism, the smooth journey and the obstacle, and saying, this too. This is for me. This is my material. Marcus Aurelius put it this way: a blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. Think of your spirit as that fire. A weak fire is choked by a damp log. A blazing fire uses that same log to burn brighter, hotter. The event itself is neutral. Your character, the intensity of your inner fire, determines what it becomes. The project that failed? It is now fuel for resilience and learning. The quiet period where no one noticed you? It is fuel for deep, focused mastery. The betrayal? It is fuel for understanding, for clarifying your own values. The seemingly random obstacle? It is not blocking your path. It is the path. It is the training. In 2026, you will be told to seek only comfort, only victory, only applause. Amor fati is the rebellion. It is choosing to find value in all of it. It is the ultimate focus on yourself, because it says, no external condition can dictate my inner state. I will find a way to use it, to love it, to grow from it. This mindset requires a stark and powerful companion, memento mori. Remember, you must die. We shy away from this. But the Stoics kept a skull on their desk. Not to be morbid, but to be urgent. To be alive. Marcus wrote, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. If this hour were your last, would you spend it refreshing a feed, worrying about a comment, rehearsing an argument you can't win? Or would you write the letter, make the call, look out the window, finally say the kind thing, or simply sit in quiet gratitude? Memento mori is the ultimate filter. It vaporizes trivial concerns. It makes the opinion of others look like what it is, a faint, distant whisper against the roaring truth of your finite, precious life. When you know you will die, you begin to truly live. And you live on your own terms. You focus on what is essential. You stop waiting for permission, for the perfect conditions, for everyone to like you. You act. Because this day, this breath, is a gift you will not get back. So, let's make this practical. Let's build your 2026. Your Stoic day. At dawn, do not reach for your phone. Sit. In silence. Ask the two Stoic questions: what is within my power today? My effort, my attitude, my ethics. And what virtue do I need to meet the day? Perhaps patience for a long meeting, or courage for a difficult conversation. This is your mental armor. Throughout the day, practice the pause. Before reacting to any provocation, a rude email, a setback, insert a tiny gap. In that gap, ask, which bucket does this belong in? If it's not in your bucket, release it. If it is, respond with virtue, not emotion. In your work, pursue arete, excellence of character in the act itself. The artisan who finds joy in the smooth cut of the wood, not just the finished table. Focus on the quality of your effort, which you control, not the reception of the outcome, which you do not. This makes your work a sanctuary, not a source of anxiety. With others, see them as fellow souls, struggling under their own burdens. When you feel offended, remember Marcus, it is the act of a small mind to take offense. Choose understanding over anger. And practice kindness that expects no recognition. The unseen good deed is the purest. At night, conduct your review. Not of your productivity, but of your character. Where did I give away my peace? Where did I confuse another's bucket for my own? Where did I act with virtue? No guilt. Just clarity. Like a craftsman inspecting their tools. This is the focus. This is the practice. Day after day. Brick by brick, you build the inner citadel. And from within its walls, you find a freedom that no external circumstance can grant or take away. The world in 2026 will not understand this. It will label you quiet, detached, maybe even strange. Let them. They are chasing phantoms. You are building something real. You are not hiding from the world. You are becoming strong enough to engage with it on your terms, not as a reactive victim of its chaos, but as a centered, purposeful participant. You will act not for applause, but because it is right. You will contribute not for recognition, but because it is your nature. Marcus Aurelius gave himself this final, mighty command. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. The arguing is over. The performance is over. The waiting for someone to care, to give you the signal, to grant you the title, it's over. It is 2026. The world is distracted. That is your advantage. Now, go inward. Fortify your mind. Love your fate. Remember what is fleeting and what is eternal. And focus, with all the power of your being, on yourself. Your kingdom awaits.